The internet is an equal opportunity hater of you. It doesn't matter. What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about this Overwatch gamer girl controversy that's been going on. I covered this a few days ago, and the story has evolved a little bit more. And I think it's hilarious because it is exposing everything that we talk about here on this channel in terms of gaming journalists, in terms of the media, and how they are so obsessed with identity politics, and they are so obsessed with virtue signaling. They don't care about facts. They don't care about anything other than their narrative. And so basically, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of this. Because I'm sure you're already aware of most of it, but there was this gamer girl named Ellie that was rising through the ranks of Overwatch and the online play and the competitive scene. Long story short, this person was making a lot of noise because it was a girl, and people were like, who is this person that came out of nowhere, that's become one of the top players, yada, yada, yada. This girl got signed to a pro team. The pro team then retracted shortly after because of all of the hoopla surrounding it. It later came out that this was not a girl. It was in fact a dude that was posing as a girl, and it showed all of the hypocrisy within the gaming industry because so many sites like Kotaku and the Mary Sue and all of these other shill sites and these virtue signaling sites, all of these sites started running with this narrative that this girl was the victim of sexism in the video game world. And it was so hard for her, and she was ran out of this gaming industry in these gaming tournaments and this competitive play because so many toxic males are so intimidated by women and they just use sexism, and she was so scared. And they were talking about how terrible it was that people were even having the audacity to question if she was real. How dare you question a woman? How dare you question a woman? But of course, they didn't do any research. They were so quick to jump the gun just so they could virtue signal, just so they could accuse all men of being sexist, because the women would never do anything. The women would never do anything like this. How dare you question legitimacy? But in fact, it was not a woman, it was a dude, and he proved his point, and how quickly a pro team was willing to, a whammon. We need a whammon because we have to get diversity points. We have to virtue signal. That's part of the social justice check marks because so many of these people are obsessed with identity politics and social justice. They are not obsessed with rewarding people that are qualified or good. They're worried about rewarding people that are qualified or good as long as they fit the narrative. And this whole thing has exposed so many of these sites, so many of these people that are just so quick to accuse anybody and everybody of whatever ism works for them, whether that's sexism, whether that's racism, misogyny, you are literally Hitler, Orange Man is bad, whatever works for them. And I think it's hilarious. And I hope to continue seeing things like this happen because all of these people need to be exposed. And they are being exposed. And the more you expose them, then they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to address it. They don't want to deal with what they've done. They just run from the problems. A person that runs from their problems and will not face up to them is definitely someone you should not have respect for. And that is a very, very point blank symptom of a social justice warrior or an NPC. It's someone that is willing to throw baseless accusations anybody's way, and then the moment that they are confronted with the reality of the situation, they run from it because they are cowards. And this entire situation has helped expose that. Like I said when I covered this before, if you have ever played an online video game, you know that the internet does not discriminate. They will go after you no matter what. Like I said, every 12-year-old in the history of Xbox Live has banged my mom, my girlfriend, my sister, my wife, my aunt, my cousin, and I don't even have a sister, okay? Like, I don't even have a sister. It's just like, that's what people do on the internet. They talk shit. They run their mouths. If they get any information on you whatsoever, they will use that information against you. This is what happens. The internet is not overly sexist. It's not overly racist. The internet hates on everybody equally. Period. But these sites will make you believe that it's such a dangerous place for women. It's such a dangerous place for women. It's not a dangerous place for women. It's a dangerous place for anybody. You have to be a fucking lunatic to get into an open lobby on video games right now. You have to be a lunatic. Even I don't. And I am very hard to offend. But even I can't deal with them fuckers. I mean, oh my God. I can't do it. Like, it's crazy. If they're not playing music, then they're talking about Jake Paul's latest video or whatever. Like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. You have the option to mute people. You have the option to create a private lobby with your friends. You have an option to do anything you want on the internet. So anytime you're a woman and you want to get online and play a video game, you can do that. You can do it in a private lobby. You can mute the people that are annoying you. You can do whatever you want. But all of these sites don't seem to think women can do anything. They just think women are useless. And then by them thinking women are useless, then they want to go after everybody else who's like, no, actually women are cool and they can kind of do the same things I do, which is mute people or, create a private lobby. I mean, you don't have to interact with these people online. You know what I mean? Like, it's just most normal thinking human beings look at this and go, what are these people talking about? I mean, I get online all the time. I get cussed out all the time. Like, I can mute people. It's okay. It's not overly anything-ist. The internet is an equal opportunity hater of you. It doesn't matter. So anyway, this whole thing has been hilarious to watch these sites put their foots right into their mouths. And now, of course, like I said, they won't own it. They won't address it. They're not going to talk about it. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to retract. They're just going to sweep it under the rug because that's what they do. They sweep it under the rug. They don't address problems. They don't own problems. They don't own their mistakes. They don't do anything. They don't apologize. They just move on because they don't really care. This is what they do. They just throw shit up against the wall and whatever sticks, sticks. They just throw, oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're a sexist. You're a misogynist. Oh, you're Hitler. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're that. And then most people just like, whatever. At this point, we don't even care. I mean, being called a racist in 2018, 2019, really, it doesn't even matter anymore. So they just throw all these accusations out with the hopes that somebody's going to respond and be like, what the fuck did you say to me? Then they're like, oh, we got him. We got a reaction from him. These are miserable human beings. They only care about making other people as miserable as them. Get away from them. Get away from them as quickly as you possibly can. And then make fun of them and laugh at them. And make a YouTube video about them. And maybe you can gain a following too. Because so many people are looking for common sense these days. I'm not the smartest guy. Okay? I don't have the best education. I don't have the most money. I'm not the best looking guy. I just have some common sense. That's it. Common sense goes a long way right now because we are so smothered by so many of these sites in Hollywood and the mainstream that are just so focused on identity politics and their obsession with race and gender and sexual orientation. So this whole thing's been hilarious. You guys have a great day and we will talk to you later.